It should be working. Why did I turn off the Discord? I need the Discord. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay, great KD, great headshot percentage, mediocre win percentage considering all the stats that I'm seeing here. Damage delta per round, average combat score is really good, tracker score in general is pretty good. Our best map is Lotus, interestingly enough. And if I were to guess, yeah, we're maining Jet, that's great, but we are filling with pretty bad agents, which is fine, it's whatever. I personally wouldn't do it, but yeah, Sage, nah. Kai, no. Let's not fill that. Let's fill, like, literally any agent that we are comfortable with. So, you know, it can be anything, you know, it can be Reyna. You know, like, it doesn't matter. It does not matter, not in gold. If your teammates have a problem with it, they can dodge. If they don't have a problem with it, to the point where, you know, they might want to dodge after you suggest it, then just move on, you know. If they have a problem, it's their problem, not yours. You're clearly in it for the win, as seen by all the Jet picks, which is great, amazing, great to see. Okay, our worst map is Corrode, but that's for this act. I'm gonna try and speedrun this a little bit, just because, oh, we've not played much. Oh. Okay, yeah, not many hours. I think I'm recollecting. Yeah, I must have seen your tracker already. Okay, so I think maybe I was just over focused on this and less focused on this. So let's take a look at this. Let's look at like our most recent games here. 5 stacks. How often do we 5 stack? How often do we 5 stack? Where is the overview for 5 stacks? I forgot. This must be here. 5 stacks. Let's see. 4 matches. Hi, welcome. Welcome. 4 matches. So, not many 5 stacks, apparently. 4 games of a 5 stack. Supposedly. That's a 3 stack. Wait, hold on. How much do we 3 stack? A trio, 12 matches, duo, 27 matches. Huh. Interesting. Okay, but now I'm seeing quite a few 5 stacks. Let's just randomly click around. A 5 stacking generally is not too good. It's pretty bad, in fact, for ranking up, so it's not recommended. Okay, but moving on. Agents, yeah, great. Jet 1 trick, that's perfectly okay. We're playing Breach on Breeze, kind of interesting. Yeah, we should not be filling with these kinds of weird picks like Breach, Sky. We should be filling with like Reyna or some shit, because that's kind of what we're used to. Yeah, no, we shouldn't be playing Cypher either. Chamber is fine. Yeah, like Breach, like no one wins on Breach. Like if there is a Breach player who is winning, they are most likely a Smurf, or they're getting boosted, or something. Something is going on where they are winning. Because like I tried to learn Breach, and it's just like when I played him, he was so limited for like solo carry potential. Like there's not much you can do, especially not like on Sunset or Breeze. It's so difficult. Like you can set up your teammates, but like are they gonna play off the utility well? Probably not. So it's difficult. We're using the Vandal like an overwhelming amount, which is okay. It's okay in gold. Okay, we're using the Operator quite a bit. Guardian. It's okay. Personally, it's not the kind of playstyle I would go for, but it's completely fine. Which guns are we avoiding? Ooh. Let's see all acts. All acts. Oh, my brother. We cannot be neglecting the shorty. Please buy the shorty whenever you have just a little bit of extra money. Just a little bit. And then it's fine. Because the shorty, when you're entering smokes, the shorty is best for that. Whenever you're like holding smokes, the shorty is great for that. Lots of situations when the shorty is great. Lots of situations when you need to reload and you're close range to an enemy, and pulling out your shorty is just gonna give you the kill. It's gonna guarantee the kill. Like maybe you damage the enemy or something. The shorty is just gonna give you the easy kill. If the enemy is 1 HP and you're in like a 1v1 clutch, the shorty is just gonna, again, can guarantee the kill. Whereas with like a Vandal, you know, like it's not as good. Your bullets can miss. They can totally just wrap around the enemy in a lot of situations. But okay. Yeah, like I can't really pick much out unless we look at the specific act. Yeah, maybe we'd want to use some judges for like our bonus. Sorry, wait. I forgot my terminology. Or anti-eco rounds? No, wait, my mind is not working right now. I'm not like warmed up mentally. Whichever round happens after you fuck. I'm really not warmed up here. Okay. Ranked game, deathmatch game. I'll check out the deathmatch again. But I think I already saw it. And we're like still rushing it. So that's why I'm thinking to just give like a small demonstration in a deathmatch. Because we are so fast. Like, we might be like bursting and stuff like that, but like we're not taking our time. We are really not kind of honing in on the actual like technique and just like cluster placement. Like we're really just kind of taking the Duelist kind of playstyle in this deathmatch where we are just really going fast when we don't need to go fast. It's not a race. It really is not a race. But okay. Like we are just going really quickly.
Dominating.
Yeah, and we cannot be stopping when we shouldn't be stopping when our crosshair is not even on target. We need to make sure that we actually kind of aim whilst we're strafing and peeking the enemy. So like we're not even on target here. We're not on target here. So maybe I can like zoom it in or something. Oh, it's an ADP. Like we're not even on target. So stopping your movement here doesn't make much sense. Like you're not gonna hit him anyway, unless you just get very lucky with like movement and accuracy. Also, please enable your graph unless you have it up here. No, you don't. So yeah, like this doesn't make much sense. Like we're not hitting him, but ultimately we do with a crouch, which is whatever. But yeah, like we need to really slow down. It is not a race. Like I'm getting like fucking heartache here, just like anxiety, because we're just so fast. Like, and also we have a Phantom, which we shouldn't be using a Phantom on Breeze really. It's not that great, but yeah, I love that you ignore the Clove, following some of my advice from last time. But we really need to take a pause before each peak. We're just peeking out, not ready, not cross replacing anything. Our cross replacement is just nowhere. Like it's nowhere. Like if we just stand still for a second, we're gonna be able to look at the minimap and see where all the enemies are. Unless they died. If they died, then that's fine. But if they didn't die, then you're just dead and you're wasting time. So, like, just take a moment to breathe, please. Like, and like, your crosshair was basically nowhere. Like, for the past couple seconds, your crosshair was just absolutely nowhere, because you're just rushing everything. Like, instead of crosshair placing for this threat, you're just instantly moving, you're instantly exiting and cancelling your invulnerability state, because you cannot die when you respawn, unless you move, unless you start moving. Then your invulnerability quickly expires, and so, yeah, and you're just, like, they're not looking at you, you need to take your time. Like, we're so rushing this. So I think I'm just gonna cancel the, I'm just gonna stop reviewing the deathmatch, because we're still rushing. Like, we're still not really just making sure that we're doing more, like, quality over quantity of engagements. You do want to go for quantity, but not if just everything else suffers as a result. Okay, good routing onto the bomb sides. Yeah, but no, we need to make use of the cover a little bit more, because we're just kind of running out into the open with just, like, we're just exposed to every angle, and like we're constantly exposing ourselves to every angle here. Try to just play around some cover, you know. The thing I would be doing is just playing around this middle part of the site, like the silo, I forgot what it's called, like this pillar. And this gives you some decent cover to just play around the cover and, you know, isolate all these fights. You're gonna hear if anyone spawns on site, so you can kind of anticipate them, and whilst you're hearing those spawns happen, you can also isolate the B main guys, the B tunnel, the B mid, the mid guys. If anyone spawns McDonald's, you can isolate those two around this piece of cover. So it's really nice. But like, we're just running out into the open, which, like, we don't need to. Like, we need to put ourselves in, like, positions we would put ourselves in actual competitive.
Target down.
Like, this is a, you know, this is fine. This is fine. Oh. Like, I would just be jumping on the boxes and just, like, trying to find a fight long range, but...
Sage is down.
Yeah, like, a Phantom is not the play here. Like, if you want to go for a gun that you can, like, spray with on Breeze, then, like, Vandal is probably your best bet, just because... Oh, not Vandal, but, what am I saying? What am I saying? There isn't really a good gun you can spray with on Breeze, because most of the engagements are going to be middle, middle to long range. So it's like, it's not that great. Like, if I'm using Phantom on Breeze, like, I'm naturally gonna gravitate to areas of the map where I will have more guaranteed close range engagements. So, like, elbow, some, like, a B backside or something, nest, maybe like these spawns in nest here. Not really A side, because A side has all those long range angles, which doesn't really work out. What you can do is, if you're not sure where to go on each map, just find yourself, like, a spot to kind of play in. So what pros are going to do is they're literally going to just pick a bomb site. When they spawn, they're going to go to the nearest bomb site, so like C, and they're just going to walk back and forth between like this point and this point. So they're going to, like, keep going here, and then once they reach this spot, they're going to go here to fight anyone in mound. pretty much. And the same applies on like every map, every part of the map. Like here on A side, they're gonna like go back and forth here, fighting anyone on site, and going back and forth here, fighting anyone here, or you know, wherever else they spawned. And that kind of makes sure that you kind of get the greatest amount of engagements, whilst at the same time taking engagements that are actually quite fucking good and common to take in real games, right? I'm sure that like, well, maybe not, I don't know, but it's a very common peak here, like on defense, to like go towards the orb here to get this wide angle, to try and get an early kill here. So you know, that kind of shit, like you want to try and replicate in your death matches, just in terms of your routing and positioning. You know, same as here, like how often are you gonna peek C, right? Especially if you have like an op or some shit. So it's just a good kind of way to route here, just to kind of replicate those engagements. It's still not gonna be perfect because, you know, the spawns are not that controlled in deathmatch, but still fine. You can still force a lot of kind of quality engagements this way, just by paying attention to where you're routing, where you're going. Nothing too bad this time around, but given the gun you have, it's like, you know, this is, you know, 2 headshots on these ranges with a Phantom. Like, you should be using a Vandal, or, you know, like Marshall, you know, any other gun that's kind of gonna be more useful to train, given the map that you're on. I pretty much never go Phantom on Breeze, just because it's like, it's not the gun to use. Like, it's that simple. Like, I'm using Outlaw, Marshall, maybe Guardian. I've used Guardian a lot on Breeze specifically, because Sheriff just doesn't work as well, given the long range fights. But you still get an insta headshot, you still get the dopamine hit, so you kind of get motivated to keep trying, you know, to keep training the gun, and your movement and your cursor placement. But yeah, you're really fast. So I don't think I am gonna give a demonstration, maybe, or maybe I can just find like a pro player deathmatch to link later. But yeah, okay, let's move on to the actual game. So I hope we're not in a 5-stack, because like 5-stacking is just kind of troll. We are not in a 5-stack, which is nice. We are solo. Very nice. Very nice. The MMR of the lobby is kind of gold/silver, which is completely normal. It's a 30-minute VOD, which is quite short, but that's fine. I like short VODs. They're not the best, but yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you gotta fix the audio shit, like, cause I cannot hear your comms. You need to fix that. Like, it's probably a really simple solution if you just Google it. And you should be googling you should be googling a lot more things. Oh, okay. I must be getting trolled. You made the same mistake in the previous VOD. You're not buying. Like, it's, theoretically speaking, it's okay, because you're most likely gonna die anyway, and your teammates are going to, in theory, refrag you, and so you dying, you know, there's technically no point in buying up if you're gonna die anyway on entry. But come on, like, it's a pistol round. Like, you gotta grab at any odds of winning the pistol round, because after you win pistol, I think I already went over it in the previous VOD. You need to buy. You're gonna be able to buy up a and buy some really strong guns on the next round if you win the pistol round. So this gives you like a big advantage later on in the game. You can probably Google any economy guide, and it's probably going to talk about that concept, just because it's so common and basic. But yeah, you're not buying, like, massive mistake. Oh. Okay. We need to know our timings on every map. I'd recommend like Valorant or just going into custom games with a friend, or something like that, just to get an idea for timings on every single map in the game. So let's take Ascent, for example. I recently saw a Yoru VOD where the Yoru player, they just walked up with their flash in their hand to this wall and bounced the flash off the wall, and they flashed everything here. And the timing kinda doesn't work out, given how slowly they did it. So you need to know just how long it takes for the enemy to walk up on you. Here, it's 1.5 seconds, but with how long it took them way over 1.5 seconds. So the enemy is peeking you here on angles advantage 9 times out of 10 if they are here, and you're dying because you're way too slow here. On bind, or let's first look at this. So here, if you're going wide, 1.5 seconds, you have the advantage here, but the enemy is more or less the same if they insta-wide swing, right? So you can cross here before they peek you. So you have the advantage here. You can be in this area before them. But they can peek you here after, just 1 second, pretty much. You need to be aware of that because it's just 1 second. It is not. Now, most players in ranked are slow, so you're not going to get that, but it's very possible that in just 1 second, someone is going to be peeking you here if you're holding this with an op or something, so you need to be ready for that. But it takes much longer for them to jump up onto these boxes to then peek you. Maybe like 3 seconds, 4 seconds if they are fast and good at parkour, but most of the time it's going to be a bit more than 3 seconds. But again, this is the number one threat. Number one threat is this 1 second peak. Number two threat is this like 3 second peak here. And so when you're holding with op, firstly you're ready for this threat, next you're ready for this threat. Similar is here. The enemy could walk out on you in like 3.5 seconds if you're holding with op, let's say here, towards top mid. 3.5 seconds to walk out on you in at like the kind of fastest timing, one could say, without you hearing them, at least. Whereas here, 1 second. 1 second peak. So, again, after 1 second, you should expect someone to be peeking here, but then, if they're not peeking, you need to be looking over here next. This is a very common kind of timing pattern on a lot of maps, and timing patterns are not really complicated. It's just as simple as that, on Abyss, for example, if you're bottom mid as Jet, holding with up, the enemy can peek you here, it pretty quickly, like 4 seconds, but here it takes them way longer to peek you, because they have to like get up the rope first, and then they get up, they go through this tunnel, and then they can peek you here after like 10 seconds, basically. So this is, a pretty common timing pattern where, okay, you can hold with op, no problem. This bottom mid part of the map for like, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seconds, no problem. But then you need to switch to this lower angle here, because after like 10 seconds, this is where they're going to be peeking you next. if they go this way, right? If they route this way. And the second pattern, the second common pattern that you're going to see is, yeah, like what the enemy did here is the enemy can very easily cross into certain angles. So on bind, it's very common to get people who just go into these corners here on a timing. They just run into this corner and they sit in it because they can, and because they have a way to escape through the teleporter. So yeah, so that's one kind of thing. The next kind of thing is, you may have seen this in like Iron, where people are going to go here into this corner. This shit is pretty common in Iron, but it's not a good angle just because angle's advantage. You can very easily see their shoulder if they're sitting in this corner, but yeah, it's a bad angle to be in. But this is something even Irons will do. And here is the same idea. They're just gonna cross into this corner, right? And sometimes they are gonna just go wide into this spot instead, and they're gonna take up, you know, this line of sight onto you. You need to be aware of that because this is just half a second. This is a half a second peak here. I don't know why I can't draw. Give me, dude, can I? Brother, give me, okay, whatever, I'm on it. I was gonna install it, but okay. Okay, let's let's use this app instead. How do I clear it? How do I clear? How do I clear? I don't know how to clear. Okay. Okay, and here it's, yeah, it's like, oh, this one might be more accurate. I don't know. But yeah, it's literally half a second to a second before I get peaked here. So it's instant. For this, it's instant. Can I see, is there like, I'm still so new to this app. I don't know where I can see maybe the vision cone marker. I don't know where it has vision cones, but yeah. This is a less than a second peak, so especially if they run. So you need to be ready for this peak every single time. You can literally stop and crouch at that spot, and you kind of beat them to the timing just because you can be here in like less than half a second. So you need to stop at this peak every single time, pretty much, and get ready to take this shot. But you had a classic, which fucked you, because with a classic, you're losing that fight against a ghost at that range. So it's not good, not good. We need to be kind of more careful, and we need to slow down. You know, this is kind of tying back into the deathmatch where you're just way too fucking fast. The game is not that fast. Like, the goal here is not to like run up and take space. The goal at this early into the round is to just take over this bit of the map, you know. We don't know if they're gonna push. It's the first round of the game. They could do literally anything. If we look at their team composition, they could have a Yoru with the, you know, flashes here, just doing some crazy shit. You don't know. Yeah, luckily we didn't buy, right? We wasted no money, right? So it's okay. We had no chance at that fight at all, because we just didn't buy a fucking ghost. Well, you got a plant down, and because you got a plant down, you can actually kind of buy a little bit. You can buy a little bit. You know, Sheriff is fine. You know, you can buy shields or, you know, like Ghost with shields. You know, you also didn't buy a Ghost last round, so you have a little bit more money. But yeah, it's like you have no hope of winning the next few rounds, you know, like especially this round at least. No hope. Like right now, you shouldn't even be here. You should be trying to get some kind of kill in like these peripheral areas of the map. So like, can I swap? How do I swap? That's how I swap. So you should be trying to go for these peripheral areas of the maps where it's kind of easy to get like 1v1 engagements against the enemy here. With a Sheriff, you need to walk up and then peek, just so that you're a bit closer to the enemy. Here is the same. Like if you have a Sheriff, you need to get a bit closer and just peek from close. It's still not the best fight with a Sheriff, but this gives you okay chances at, you know, getting a kill here if the enemy actually ends up peeking you. So in these kinds of rounds, the goal is not to win, but it's to just get a kill. You're not gonna get any kills here because this is just, these are difficult fights. Very difficult fights. Like I would just be instantly going like be long, hookah or something, and you can't be scared. There's no need to be popping dash here because your Sova is gonna take first contact. Cool, and we really should be using our smokes to close in the distance when we can. That's okay, that's okay. But now you need to shift. We don't know where they are exactly. They could be here already.
Good luck, Andy. TB.
Our spike carrier is killed.
Spike down B.
One down.
Speed up. Oh! You know, your teammates are playing very slow. But yeah, it's eco. Like, if you win this, it's just
Last
really
player
lucky.
standing.
Lance.
One enemy remaining.
Okay. Yeah, you should have lost that because the enemy shouldn't even have like sheriffs. I don't know why the enemy had sheriffs. These players need to be buying up because it's just rounds wasted otherwise. Just rounds lost for no reason. But yeah, you need to destroy that instantly. The deadlock wall, it works like a sage wall. In the first second of it being deployed, it has less HP, so you need to be spamming it. You already know that the deadlock is going to throw the wall down, so you need to be ready to spam it. Ideally come in the pre-round, hey, let's just spam the deadlock wall so it just gets instantly nullified and doesn't stall any time for, you know, the enemy defenders to rotate or take space or something. But also, you know, if you're crazy, you have updraft, you can updraft over it, you know.
Look.
Oh yeah, so we're way too close to the angle here. First of all, you know, wait for your Sova, you know, jump spot, you don't know where they are. You're peeking into like 20 angles. You're peeking into, so first of all, you're peeking into 20 angles here. By jiggling this, you're peeking into, where is marker? Pin. You're peeking into this spot. You're peeking into the top truck spot. You're peeking into the spot here. And you don't know if they can be close. Maybe they're close. So maybe they're not that like down here. Maybe they're here. So jiggling this, you're showing yourself to the enemy. And trying to commit to this is just really bad because you don't have full velocity when peeking either after jiggling like that. If you want to jiggle, you need to also take a step back. You need to take a slight step back and then swing wider because, you know, being at such low velocity just means, oh, you know, you're like, oh, you're such an easy target, you know, if they just start shooting you, you know, as soon as you reveal yourself. So it's just such a bad idea to peek on the timing where you just jiggled like 50 different angles. The better alternative is jump spot, wait for your Sova to drone, or peek from this spot. This back elevated spot gives you a slightly better advantage. But another thing is, like, we're committing to duels when we don't need to. How many people is that? How many people were holding that? Yeah, like, see? Like, dude, this is just the most typical, like, low elo shit where the enemy knows you're gonna be here. Why? Because you're not doing anything differently from what any other solo queue ranked player would do. So what you're doing here is literally what these guys on the enemy team have seen 50 million times. You're just going short for no reason. You're not waiting for the Sova drone to give you the information. Like, they're kind of fucked here if the enemy Sova drone tags them, because now, guess what? You can go B. How many people do we think is going to be on B? If we have 3 enemies on the A side, 1 enemy in showers, how many people are going to be B? Like, 1 guy maximum. Why don't we go B? Because we're overcommitting. We don't have a game plan. We're not coming anything to our teammates. We're just kind of tossing around here because we just don't expect the enemy to, like, read us very easily. We have no reason to go short. Like, if you want to go anywhere, you go B long. On bind, when in doubt, go B long. The reason for that is very simple. You have the option to teleport out and dip all the way to showers, where you can then take space, and it's very nice and easy here because okay, I'm back. Yeah, you just have, you know, it's much easier to take this space with teammates after you teleport than trying to take, like, any of this space without this teammate here being up here already, for example. Because if this teammate of ours here is up here already, then he can just, you know, now these guys here have you know, this to worry about, but they don't, because we don't even have showers yet. So there's nothing stopping from these guys being, you know, all over the place. You know, they could be up here on these boxes. We don't know. We have no idea. So peeking this with no info is kind of troll. We need to jump spot, or we need to take, you know, this slightly better angle to peek, but still, there's no need to, like, overcome it. We can play a bit more carefully, and it's going to pay off, especially with our Sova willing to drone for us, because that Sova droning here is great. Like, you love to see that. And then guess what? Yes, he is kind of stuck here now because there's 3 guys holding him, but guess what? You have smokes. You can basically just smoke twice here, you know, for your Sova, and it's fine. It's okay. He lives. He most likely lives, you know. And then this teammate you have over in showers, he doesn't even need to commit. Like, you should be telling him, yo, don't push showers. Come with us, you know, come with us. Or, you know, go B, you know, something, whatever. Just you know, A site is just way too overused by players in ranked, and the B site is way too underused because nobody realizes the advantage of the teleporter.
Listening.
Down.
So we're pushing up. We shouldn't be going hookah with the Guardian. It's not really ideal. Also, we just revealed our shoulder to the on angle. And they could have very easily taken some easy damage on us here. Or they could have just pre-fired us the moment they saw us swinging out a little bit wider. So again, we're making the same mistake we made the last round, where we're just not really aware of the angles disadvantage, or the fact that there's multiple angles they could be in very easily. And going hookah is also very risky for this. This is one of the reasons. We're very worried about hookah right now because we did not clear it yet. I would have been requesting my Sova to drone hookah for us. We need to be dead here. Like, dude, it's a miracle we're not dead to someone hookah. Because, dude, it's so easy to just, for an enemy, to just sit here with a shotgun or some shit, and then just peek when their teammate also peeks, or teleports in this case. It's so easy for the enemy to, like, kill you here. It's just not a good spot to go. Especially with a Guardian, especially if the enemy has this kind of utility. Just don't go hookah. Like, let your teammates troll, but don't you go hookah, please. Like, this is terrible. Awful. That's fine. No, that's not fine. Oh, okay. Beautiful jet entry. Beautiful jet entry. Perfect. I'm joking. Okay, so 5v1. We can't really mess this up as long as we just stick with the teammate. Who is the most likely teammate to take contact? Yeah, our Reyna. So we need to play with our Reyna. Let's not bait our Reyna. We're just knife out, just giving up because it's 5v1. No, we can't let up even in a 5v1. It's solo queue. Like, you can't trust these monkeys to win a 5v1 unless you're there to, like, trade them. But again, we're going hookah. Are we gonna let the Sova drone before we take contact? Again, same thing. They're not gonna teleport this time because they already got punished for it. But it's still really risky. You don't know if someone's here. Yeah, it's like, dude, just... Like, if you just go and make... Like, you made noise right now, but you don't have the option of the teleporter. You do not have the option of the teleporter. And as a result, you cannot just dip to the A side for a free plant. Instead, we have Deadlock on our ass, we have enemy Reyna on B side, Clove on B side, and we could be A already. We could be A already, but we didn't go long. What do you mean that's the wrong VOD? You linked me this VOD. This is not the old one. This is not the old one. Did you? It's not the old one. Is it the old one? Dude, it's so similar. The titles are so... I had this one. I had this one followed. I don't know why I had the denied one followed. The rejected one followed. Wait, shit. Why was the rejected one followed? Another one which I literally... What the hell? Okay, I need to, like, delete these, I think. I need to delete these. I was like, okay... Dude, in my mind, it was like, oh my god, having the tag denied is gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so clean. No. That was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea. Okay, but yeah. So, okay, luckily we're only like 7 minutes in. I think I'm gonna go to the shop right now and continue after I come back from the shop, but still, the general idea, I'm sure you've not changed your bind game that much either, but the general idea here is, please don't fucking go hookah. Like, the enemy can set up traps for you on you, like, so fucking easily. Like, oh my god. It's like, it's not even, like... When I was still learning Valorant, I got fucked on bind so fucking often. In so many different ways. Like, bind... let's see, there was bind and what other map was there? Bind and what's it? Which map was it? Bind, Fracture Haven, Icebox. Bind and Icebox. Bind and Icebox were my two worst maps, and I got fucked on them so fucking hard, so often, because I didn't understand how those maps are meant to be played, and I didn't understand how I'm meant to deal with what the enemy is doing to me. So on Icebox, the thing I struggled with the most was the fact that the enemy jet could just use their op. Like, the operator, he fucked us so often. And in low elo, it's just so hard to deal with it. Obviously, there's countless solutions to it, you know, like the point of utility is to get the enemy off these angles. But, the same is for bind, like, just like, there's just too much shit that can go wrong if you don't, like, make the enemy, you know, kind of worried about, oh, you teleporting and dipping to the A side, or you faking, or, you know, you can't just walk into these traps. This is just death. Like, this is just raise nade, fucks you here, raise nade, fucks you here, raise nade plus deadlock combo. You're gonna see that shit. Like, even in like iron, you're gonna see that shit in iron. Yeah, I'll check it out. But I need to go to the shop now. But yeah, after I'm back, I will look over that VOD instead. But yeah, like raise nade plus like fade seas or some shit here is gonna fuck you. So you really need to be careful if the enemy has a fade or deadlock and the raise. You need to like watch out for this shit. Like I get brim ulted here. Like I get sage slowed and brim ulted here. Like it's terrible. Like fighting through this choke point. So like, you know, you can't be that obvious on bind either. Yeah, it's bad. And yeah, the same shit is here. So like the middle portion of the map is just traps and traps that are very easy for the enemy to set up. But what you should be doing the same. You should be setting up those traps as well. In your games, you know, if you have a raise or whatever. Description. Okay, I'll make sure to read the description. Yeah, and I'll make sure to actually delete the old shit because yeah, apparently that doesn't work because I get confused. Okay. I'll be back like maybe 10 minutes. I don't know. I'm bad at estimating how long I'll be in this shop for. Okay, I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, so after that small mess up, ranked game, deathmatch game, warm-up routine. Let me guess. Ramp? No. I thought maybe it would be a link to the warm-up routine, but I'm probably brain farting. Okay, so what this warms up, obviously, is your kind of horizontal aim. What this doesn't warm up is your movement. It doesn't warm up your eyes necessarily because, you know, it's pretty easy to, yeah. Why is the quality going down? So we do this for a bit, which is okay, just for a bit. I don't know, I personally don't really dig these kinds of short warm-ups in the range. This is fine, but like we need to integrate more movement. We need to integrate the movement aspect into this, at the very least. I recommend playing Slay the Spire 2, good card game. Brother, I already told you my intention with video games currently. I have a few games early on that I'm gonna kind of uninstall pretty quickly. Hogwarts Legacy, oh my god, look at this night. It's a 20-minute game, so yeah. And then I have like mostly like just proper games. I don't know why Python is here. I'm not intending on playing Python anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, not finish, I need to start it. But yeah, like this is literally the list. And then Gothic, obviously, if I'm still not done with the list, with most of the list before the new Gothic game comes out, the Gothic remake, obviously I'll replace the Gothic remake with the original Gothic. And then after that, I'll probably relax a bit, play some Warframe, some other chill stuff, maybe also, but yeah. And I've not been gaming that much. I'm trying to, but you haven't played Hollow Knight ever? No, but I played very similar games. There is a game that is very similar to Hollow Knight, which I played. But yeah, no, Hollow Knight, I've never played. Yeah, dude, you should slap me. I mean, dude, I've been playing Valorant for so long. I could have already gone through all these games. if I wasn't playing Valorant, you know? And then before Valorant, I've only had my PC for like a little bit of time. Before that, I was very limited. Nah, dude, I like that I like that it happened. I'm not sad over things. I'm happy that it happened because Valorant taught me a lot of things, which is good. Valorant taught me lots of things that I can apply to the real world, which is good because basically I can do anything. That's what I learned. I can do anything that I put my mind to. It's just not necessarily the most efficient process when I'm lazy. Which is, yeah, another thing I'm working on. Obviously, playing Valorant hasn't really solved my problems. It just helps me, you know, kind of realize what my problems are and aren't. But yeah. I'm just opening up a sandwich, and a tuna sandwich. It was on a sale, so yeah, it smells fresh. Oh yeah. Yeah, we need to move. We need to be moving around, updrafting. Like if you're gonna do that, just do aim labs, basically. I would just start with movement. Like I don't know, like. It's a warm up that requires a lot of patience. Like I don't have that kind of patience personally. Like I would just like push myself because like it doesn't matter. Like it's a warm up, right? It's not training. It's a warm up. So it doesn't matter if like you miss a few shots. You know, the goal is to get your hands moving, your eyes focusing, your mind going. And these kinds of like you need to be strafing. There's no reason not to be strafing and shooting bots. And I would also go away and just kind of practice some recoil control on the other stationary bot behind you. And what else? Maybe I would practice some sheriff. You know, just you know, not practice, but like warm up. You know, just get yourself ready for what you're probably gonna be doing in like comp in terms of the guns you're gonna be using. So. I wouldn't necessarily be sticking with the Phantom and Vandal only, especially not if it's going to be a warm-up. Because, like, you're going to do better, you know? But it's fine. It's like, very beginner-ish warm-up, but yeah, personally, this doesn't really show any significant results to me. Deathmatching... I don't know if you target switching that jet knife striking level like yeah I just deathmatch is just better for a warm up, honestly. This is fine. Like I don't know, like the range is so much better for training than it is for warming up, because for warming up you need to be doing so much different shit, which like deathmatch just does most of it for you. But yeah, I'll just take a brief look at the deathmatch because I already did the other deathmatch review. Probably like a very brief look.
Deathmatch. Warm up.
Also, what am I hearing? Why is it double? Wait. Oh. Yeah, my volume is so low, I actually couldn't hear it. Wait. So playing Nest is okay, but because the deathmatch spawns are so like, you know, they keep distracting you. Like there's always this one guy coming from lobby. It's not really the best place to play. I'll just push up onto the side, or I'll just jump out of Nest and try and play kind of under Nest essentially. But generally, I would prefer to, you know, kind of push up towards the bomb site and try and take some fights there, because again, it's just going to be the more common place that you're going to be fighting. You're not going to be, you know, in this kind of situation where your Nest and an enemy flanked you all that often compared to, yeah, just being on site and taking fights there. Because when you're on site and you take fights there, it's gonna be mostly common fights. Like there's not really, it's kind of hard to get into fights that are gonna be less common, like unless it's like a flanker, but like even flankers are kind of common on Abyss. Don't be pulling out your knife like every second, because it just introduces these timings, and you never know, this kind of habit might translate into your comp games, and it might just get you killed in your comp games. I wouldn't be shooting this guy instantly because they're not looking at you. Like, it's just pointless. Like, again, for aim training, just go aim labs. The range is okay. But if they're not looking at you, if a player in deathmatch is not looking at you, or they're AFK, there's no point in really killing them unless you're trying to go for the win. But that's pointless for improving. That's just like stats. Unlucky. Yeah, the map changed. So you can actually die from the back if you're pushing vents, which is interesting. It's like an indirect kind of a result of them moving the tunnel a bit. But yeah, again, you're rushing, you're not really taking a pause to look at the minimap. It's a really good habit to get into, to look at the minimap before you start moving in a deathmatch, because you are going to be looking at the minimap a lot in your competitive games. You need to be doing that. You are going to be doing that because you need to be doing that. So if you're not in immediate danger, which you're not when you respawn in a deathmatch, just look at the minimap. It's going to help you actually get an idea for where to crosshair place, so that you don't die instantly from behind, or so that someone doesn't peek you in a timing when you're not looking at them, you know, all that shit. And because all that stuff, it just adds up, and it adds up over time, and it just wastes your time, basically. But not just a little bit of time, it's just a little bit of time at this very moment. But how many times has it happened to you, right? Where like you just weren't ready to take a fight in a deathmatch. This shit adds up, and in total, it's a big difference. It makes a big difference. So like, you can't be just sprinting into the moment you spawn. Just actually see where the enemy is and just crosshair place for the next enemy that is likely to peek you, you know? You know, it's kind of the same here. Like, who can peek us? Who can peek us? This guy in a lobby probably isn't going to peek us. This guy in Nest, no. This guy bottom mid, maybe. This guy here, bottom mid? We're bottom mid. Top mid. These two guys top mid, they might peek us, or we might be able to peek them. This guy in vents, he's probably gonna go towards, he's probably going towards a heaven. So it's just these two guys here, basically. So like, just crosshair place for like top mid, you know? But like, instead we're looking here. Maybe you heard someone, I don't know, but I'm not hearing anyone. Yeah, there's no one there. Like, look at the minimap. Use the information on the minimap. It's a very good habit to get into, because this way you're just not gonna waste your own time, essentially, every time you respawn. Or a lot of the time when you respawn. And this kind of effective training, it's very important. Like, there's a lot that goes into like aim labs training as well, aim training. That like obviously I can't cover in like at that like short period of a time. That like I don't have the amount of time that I would need to kind of go over all that, even if I like retained all that information, because it's just info I used to know, but I don't use it because I don't do like fucking aim training or aim coaching, so it's way too boring. But yeah, I'll leave that for now because it's just kind of a and it's Abyss as well, which we were just on a second ago. And I would try to like not use Phantom necessarily. Like, it's deathmatch, you can get any gun. Whatever gun you're struggling with, just try and train it. You know, like, improvement happens if you actually try shit. Let's see. Tracker. Oh. If we look at our weapons, we can see, maybe even from the last this current act, what kind of rounds are we like the worst on? Full buy, surprisingly. Like we're well, not surprisingly, it's pretty common, but full buy rounds we're kind of the worst on, and we're kind of the best on pistol and ecos. So that hints to me that maybe we're just not getting kind of, you know, the potential value on our full buy rounds. Like, I'm not too sure. So it's less than or equal to 3900. So this, yeah, okay, that makes more sense. So yeah, maybe we are just over prioritizing headshots, maybe, because 48% headshot rate is quite high. Like, there's times when headshot percentage is good. For example, on the Ghost, headshot percentage is generally a higher headshot percentage is generally better on the Ghost, because, you know, with the Ghost it's like you kind of need to get the headshots in and then go for the body shots, you know, just to finish off the enemy if they have like heavy shields or whatever. But 17% headshot rate on the Operator is also really high. Like, you need to be, okay, 40%. What are these headshot percentages? Am I crazy? Wait, I need to pull up like my own tracker for comparison, or like anyone's tracker. Give me anyone's fucking tracker. Jing. Let's see Jing. Because like these percentages seem pretty fucking high to me, unless they changed the calculations on Valorant tracker for all these guns. Or I'm just tripping. Let's see if I'm tripping or not. Phantom. Like, see, like 7.7%. Jing has an extremely low Operator headshot percentage because you're not meant to be going for headshots with the Operator. The Operator kills in one shot as long as you don't hit the legs, which means that just aim for the body. If the enemy crouches and you're aiming for the body, yeah, you might hit a headshot, but you'll still hit the enemy. If you're aiming for the head and the enemy crouches on you, you're just gonna miss them because they ducked under your bullets. So like, you need to kind of correct that crosshair placement. But overall, why did like I must be tripping or something? No, like I must be tripping. Like, let's compare like a specific gun that like you shouldn't have such a high headshot percentage with. Classic 40%. Classic is 40%. Where the hell is this Classic? Does he even use Classic? Am I blind? Does he not use Classic? I guess. Oh no, there's the Classic. 32. So yeah, like you have a higher headshot percentage on the Classic than a Radiant player. Like, that's not really ideal. Most likely, there's a very good chance that like you're over prioritizing headshots and under prioritizing situations when you should not be going for headshots, even if it's just a situation where it might just be a little bit more difficult to go for the headshot, because oftentimes, if for example you're elevated, going for headshots on elevation when the headshot height is not as clear is not ideal. Like, generally you should be going for body shots in that case. at least so that you can tag the enemy, slow them down from the tagging, and then maybe you can go for a headshot. Maybe you can make your recoil go up into their heads. But yeah, very high headshot percentages, I think. Very high. Very, very high. Even with a stinger, dude, like, no, with the stinger, it's like, yeah. What's his stinger headshot percentage? 24%, and yours is 22. Yeah, like, you're just matching a fucking Radiance. Like, it's not necessarily a good thing. These Radiants have like crosshair placement mastered, but you don't, so it's like it's a little bit different. It hints to me that maybe you are dying way more than you should be, just because you're trying to go for the headshots. I'm not trying to, like, you know, completely change the way you play, but you know, it's something to like keep in mind, that like there's times when like you probably shouldn't be aiming for the head, especially if you get the feeling that you'll miss your bullets. Okay, judge. Okay, we're not kind of dying with the judge. That's interesting. We shouldn't really be buying Garys. We should be buying Bulldog a little bit more, maybe.
تعالوا بي
يلا let's go.
Yeah, this time we're buying.
I'll smoke on contact.
جيكو خد سباي
اعطيك
سموك معروفة يعني هنا وهنا
بعرف بس بسمي كونتاكت.
مش
يعني
فاهم
اول ما تسوي، يعني اول ما تبلش تفايتوا
دلوقتي حالا احنا هنخش على طول
يلا 1 2 3 and smoking.
اكشن
هذا قطرت
في جوست هنا حتى
Ooh. Oh. Risky. So we're kind of overextending. We don't really know where the enemy is exactly, but you can expect you know, kind of a smokes player to kind of start somewhere towards mid first round. So it's totally reasonable to assume that it's going to take them, you know, a few seconds to rotate and to be either heaven or around the smoke. It's very reasonable to assume that there's an enemy somewhere here in this area, and you're knife out. Like, you don't really have the best reason to be knife out. They could have already entered the smoke. Let's be honest here. You're not like a Fade or something with like a Fade, like her dog that can like clear out the area. You're just entering unknown territory and kind of overextending yourself, and like 9 times out of 10 you're gonna die here. Like this is very lucky that you didn't enter the smoke. Because generally you should be entering smokes from like the spot you can clear everything from, so like along the wall. But you're not going along the wall, you're just walking past a potential enemy. Yeah, you really should have died there.
بلعب لونج انا بلعب لونج.
انا بلعب لونج برضه.
بشوف فلانك، انا بشوف فلانك.
And like, look, your teammate is making the exact same mistake you're making, except they didn't get so lucky. These are not very good fights. Like,
Don't push. Don't push. I have.
like we have a trip for flank. I think we're just kind of hunting kills. We don't need to be hunting kills. Just play with a teammate. Yeah, maybe Gecko is gonna take some contact here, but kind of unlikely. The enemy's still I would have just held the space. Like after I wouldn't be falling back necessarily. I would just ask for like backup, like yo chamber help me, yo clove help me, or something. But I wouldn't be just giving up that space, because now our chamber is completely lost. And just, you know, he goes exploring, you know. instead, it's like, you
لا،
know,
شوف
like
لنا.
you maybe could have traded him. You're low HP, you can't do
Don't push
much,
it, don't
but
push.
you might be able
I
to
have
trade a
flash.
teammate, or a teammate might be able to trade you.
لما تحتاج فلاش
Play for
Ideally,
boss plan.
you should be the one getting traded because you're low HP. So obviously the conversion
رينا
is a
جاي
bit
من
better, but
Yikes.
شوف لي كذا جي من
Okay, I
ظهره.
mean,
وراك وراك رجعت وراك.
we're positioned very well. We're very well positioned,
هاتوا نايف هاتوا نايف
Enemy remaining.
but we're very lost as well.
معليش.
ولا
No,
يهمك.
decent positioning, really decent position. This is like the strongest spot you can play in on a post plant.
I'm picking
In this
spike.
kind of
هذا.
situation, at least.
هاي هذا.
Last player
هوب
standing.
هوب هوب.
طيب خلاص نط خلاص.
داي. ايوه.
And also, you didn't need.
موت عشان يجيك واني.
لا لا.
You could have.
اذا ما مات
Oh yeah, never mind.
جد جيم
روح انت معك. روح انت
Yeah,
معك.
Ascent 3 Phantom is fine here.
لا،
We're
لا،
this
لا.
side.
انا بعد.
حط تراب بس عشان بحط
I'll
تراب.
just be so generally the best pattern of attack is to just hit the same bomb site like 2 or 3 times in a row, because it's very easy to predict that it's a very predictable way to play. So just after you win the first round, let's just try the other bomb site. You know, like that's how everyone thinks. That's how like the vast majority of players think. The better idea is to go and hit B site again and again and maybe again, depending on the economy state of the enemy and your team. I wouldn't be going A site just like that, because now you're very likely running into a 5-stack of, you know, shorties, pistols, buckies, who the fuck knows.
براحتك.
خلاص.
خلاص انا بروح معهم انا.
Oh, and you die to a sheriff, so that's another possibility, that you die to a sheriff.
Smoking in 3, 2, 1.
Picking the very easy
لا لا ويت ويت.
angle for a sheriff to get a kill.
كان قلت لي ما
So again, like, you need to have like preset plans as to what you think is the least kind of predictable way to play. When I'm playing Abyss, the number one thing I'm doing is coming on the first round to go B, and guess what? Coming on the second round to go B again. They're not gonna be B. The enemy is gonna assume mid or A, because that's just how it happened. That's what usually happens, and you're just gonna, you know, make the enemy kind of surprised and kind of more paranoid if you're gonna be doing things that they're just completely not expecting. So they're gonna like rotate slower, you know, as a result. They're gonna be like worried that, oh, maybe it's a fake, oh, maybe you're gonna hit the same site again, so they're gonna stay for a bit, right?
بعرف.
But instead, you're not doing anything
mid,
unpredictable.
We can
And also,
also
you're not even going to the bomb site. You should be going just based on the guns that you and the enemy has. So on the B side, you can take some longer range fights, which is just much better for you. On the A sides, they're generally like medium range to close range fights, so it's not as good.
باخذ ضربه ونسوي روتيت.
لا ما يبان خالص.
Hoops.
هذا just rotate.
And we are losing to like pistols here, just so you know.
Play for
Like,
bits, huh?
this could be totally because the game plan itself is completely off.
صوت فضحنا.
هم عارفين احنا بنروتيت فعادي.
سندنج ما في لا. المفروض فزنا بس طولت شوي بس عادي.
Team Ace.
من اللي فهمناه ان هم
Tests? Oh, I was using the wrong key to talk. Okay. You most likely win if you just hit B site again and you stick as a team. You don't have anyone lurking. You don't have anyone separating. Just like, you need to get a bit aggressive with your comms. I don't know, you probably weren't. Chances are you were not being aggressive with your comms, but you need to be like, you know, first round of the game, come, let's go B, you know, repeat it twice, repeat it 3 times, be fucking annoying, you know, like it doesn't matter, you know, just go B, and then round after that, go B, you know, And then you're probably going to win the second round as well, because none of you have separated, none of you have given the enemy easy picks. And it's very difficult for the enemy to take these early kills on the B side, just because, you know, window is a threat, as well as like this main area. So if the enemy pushes up, okay, they might get a kill if they're lucky, but they're gonna be traded. They have like nowhere to go, basically, if they push up.
في واحد
It's like, alternatively, if you want to be like really careful, you know, and if your team cooperates, ask them to just wait for a second, you know, let the enemy push up, and then fuck them up, you know, like players in ranked, they're gonna push up if they don't hear anything. So holding for the enemy push is like on attack, even, it's fine. It's very effective if you just try it
لو جبناها
a few
next
times
round.
at the right situations.
تمام.
But yeah, those are just like some possibilities. Like go B again, you know, maybe wait for a second,
عشان نشتري
maybe
المومنت.
catch an enemy off,
I'm
like
gonna
whatever.
save.
جد دروب سكواد. حطه في الميد، حطه في سبوان.
Spike drop.
Are you given any reason not to go B?
خلينا نلعب بيكس خلينا ما
كلوب ميد.
Because now it's like a reason to go B.
هيك نسيتي.
ويلي ميد.
Like, it's not a reason to go A.
توم ميد معنا، توم ميد.
And the reason it's not a reason to go A is because the enemy is already like ready to, you know, kind of intercept A. You know, the enemy sage is at the back, you know, with her fucking wall. One enemy is probably gonna be tower in just a second. But guess what? After this kill, the enemy is gonna be rotating to A. At least one enemy. Maybe two, maybe three are gonna be rotating to the A side. So whilst you're making noise, yeah, you should be going. The rest of the team should be going B. But you could be going B too. And like,
Let's go B. رنا وجد خليكم فوق.
but
واحد
making
فوق
footsteps that you're running away with one enemy most likely in tower, it's not the greatest. And also they could walk up mid.
صوت.
Oh look, they walked up mid. Wow, they walked up mid. You gave them mid and your knife out. I'm unnecessarily like pressed here. But yeah, basically you need to really be careful of mid always. There's not a single time when you shouldn't expect an enemy mid if you're rotating from the A main area of the map to the B main area of the map and you don't already have a teammate in the mid holding the space. Because if a teammate is not looking at that space, then how do you know that there isn't an enemy there? Because like in my mind, it's like alarm bells are constantly on if we don't have mid whilst we're rotating. Generally speaking, players in this elo are bad, so even if they are mid, they are gonna just sit passively like that Waylay did, and they're just gonna expect you to kind of run into them, you know, with your knife out, just like you did. They're not necessarily gonna go for any early picks by being in this space. So like, yeah, a good player would be already peeking. They would already be peeking of that info, of that sound that you were making, and killing you here with your Reyna, and both of you probably die. But here, there's not even a potential for a retry. But I'm not so sure. Did Chamber leave mid? I swear I saw someone mid. One of the teammates was mid. Yeah, like
حطه في الميد.
Clove started mid. I'm not sure why she left mid.
لعيب خلينا نلعب بيكس خلينا ما
كلوب ميد.
I'm really not sure why she left
كلوب
mid.
ميد. جايك نسيتي.
ويلي ميد.
Waylay mid. I mean, yeah.
سموك.
But yeah, now everything just goes awry because we just weren't aware that they could have walked up mid. Why wouldn't they walk up?
ايش في ام بس دروب.
Like, why aren't we going B? You know, like
ويلو كلوب.
جد جيم.
it's kind of the opposite. It's the opposite kind of thing where we're managing to plant on B, but we're losing. Why don't we just go straight B and win? You know, like just start B, go B, plant
Don't
B.
take next. Nice.
And another thing to kind of keep in mind is you're at head level right now. So like that Reyna did earlier, you are at head level, and that's not too great. A good alternative is to walk up this ledge as you're looking at the main angle. So this way, as you're walking up the ledge, you are not at head level, but it's still easier for you to kind of hold at head level and kill the enemy that way. But instead, you know, like you're not gonna get one tapped here like one of your teammates did by that enemy Reyna with a sheriff the other round. So that's kind of one thing to keep in mind. And then you can kind of route like your Reyna is doing, where now you can clear the right side and you're covered from B main, right? And this way you're again kind of avoiding the annoying peaks by the enemy. Oh, yeah, we don't need to dash here. This is a really good spot to play in, but we already saw the Sage in the previous round sitting there, so we should have pre-aimed it. Even if the Sage wasn't there, it's still correct to cross replace for the top platform and top side, which you're literally aiming at. Like this is not head level in any universe. Like it's not head level if you're expecting the Sage. It's not head level if you're expecting an enemy to be on top of the site. So yeah, like just be ready for that. Just slight improvement in cross replacement is gonna allow you to kill the Sage a lot easier, and you're not gonna need to dash away because you got thrown off guard. Instead, you probably can just kind of peek and commit and kill the Sage because your cross replacement would have been a little bit better. You didn't see her before? No, she was in one of the other rounds. She was playing there. And you can basically expect that. You can expect this shit again. You should expect this shit again. See? Previous round. She was there. And the reason she's gonna try this again is especially because she's gonna get killed. I don't think she will.
خلينا نلعب بيكس خلينا
But if she didn't get a kill, she's gonna try this until she gets a kill. And this is just the most expected behavior. So yeah, like we did not entertain the enemy Sage, so guess what? She's gonna keep trying to get entertained. Like she wants you to die to her, right? So she's gonna try the wall again. And this is something you can like expect of a lot of like agents that have this kind of like niche tech, you know? So for example, let's think. Let's see. For example, Yoru with his teleports and flashes, you know, he can go for some utility combo plays where he's gonna flash and teleport on you. Really fun plays to go for, but players in the lower ranks don't really know when to go for those plays. They're just gonna keep trying them until they work. This is why it's also such valuable information, because it's going to kind of allow you to, you know, predict what the enemy might do in the future.
Okay.
And like, so like, you've not really committed. Okay, so first of all, that clove smoke is really bad.
Smoke is
I would be smoking heaven just about now. Like, I would have used one smoke for heaven, because my chamber is probably dead. Either I am dead or my chamber is dead from heaven right now. Okay, never mind. But you see what could happen, right? Bad smokes are can be a major disaster if the enemy knows how to make use of them properly. The way that Clove made use of that smoke was shit. But yeah, I would be smoking heaven, maybe re-smoking it twice. There's not really an opportunity to like use your smokes in any great way, but that was one way to do this. We're kind of baiting. We need to be ready to elevate a little bit faster, because what are we even doing? Like, what's going on here? What's going on here? Okay, we should be pushing up, right? We're pushing up. Okay. Well, why don't? Okay, we dashed away. We dashed away, but now we can be in front. We can still be with our Reyna. We can still be with our chamber, who's now in first. Reyna, we can be with our Reyna. Like, okay, we're with our... Okay. Whatever, I'm nitpicking, but like we could be way up ahead. We kinda are, which is fine. You got a kill.
Reyna city.
But like if that's me, I'm much faster, at least on this wrap here. I'm like under heaven, much sooner, basically. Especially because of the bad close smoke.
One enemy remaining.
It's fine, it's a small detail just because it's so easy to fix, you know, next time. Yeah.
عندي فريمات دروبات كتير بعرفش ليه.
ممكن لازم تروح في اللعبة.
Use the W key a bit more.
انا عندي نفس الموضوع. عندي باكت لوس
اكتشفت كله.
First thing I'm noticing is the enemies have very strong ultimates. We're kind of fucked. If the enemy decides to go for some kind of play here, you are fucked. And luckily, the enemy is terrified of using their abilities. Ooh, nice entry. Oh, okay.
Spike down A.
Get spike. واحد get spike.
Let's try to so small. It's a small detail, but
Smoking in 3, 2, 1, go. Smoking in 3, 2, 1, go.
notice when you dash. You dashed when you were kind of in the middle of the smoke. You can totally jump out of the smoke and then dash. I think what I would be doing is I would be like very close to the edge of the smoke and then dashing, jumping and dashing. Obviously, because when you jump, you dash further, which I think you did that. But also, you need to clear the close right.
Smoking in 3.
You did not clear the close right. You cleared only the close left, but only after you left the smoke. To avoid these shotgun players, you should be jumping up on the barrels just about now.
2, 1, go.
You should be jumping up on the barrels because there's no reason for you to stay in this spot. Like, you're just staying in this shotgun range, which is like exactly what the enemy wants. This is just a perfect scenario unfolding for the enemy because you just made yourself very reachable. If you just, you know, smoked yourself up again and jumped up on the barrels on top side, they can't reach you anymore. You live, you kill the Reyna, even if they dismiss.
Get spike. واحد get spike.
You still get like, you still can jump on top side and, you know, fuck them up anyway, so they have nowhere to go.
Reload.
Oh my Jesus Christ! What? What am I watching? I need to skip. I don't want to watch that.
بشي قوي.
Like now, you're probably gonna win on B, as long as you don't just like play very passive on the post plant. If you don't play passive on the post plant, you probably win.
Spike down B.
Okay, you can push up. You already know where they are.
Yeah, I'm in this depot.
Perfect. We have info. Dude, you're not meant to talk about that kind of stuff. Like, are you trying to make me like break down here? Because dude,
78, huh?
like I don't even know what to think about that. Like, I don't. It just makes me want to cry. Basically. And I'm not an emotional person. In fact, I'm a rock. I am a rock.
لا اسمع برست البي سي اعطوني تايم بسوي كونكت بقدر اسوي ريكونكت صح؟
And like, if one of your solo queue teammates manages to make a rock cry, you know they are quite bad. And like, yeah, so we played a bit too passive. We didn't even get to a post plant scenario. We do have Gecko ult. We have Jet ult. Like, okay, Gecko's fucked. Whatever. Fuck the Gecko. You have ult. You can totally like updraft dash onto the top side. You know, maybe ask for a clove smoke on the top side. You know, because it's a tricky situation, especially now with one of us dead. 4v5. Still kind of tricky. You don't really have a clear advantage.
ايه يا عم الناس دي بجد؟
So they... Do we die from flank? How do we die from flank? Oh! Okay. So, who was it? The Waylay on the flank? Yeah, it was the Waylay on the flank. Oh, wow. So... Yeah, that's kind of on the chamber. For not tripping up on top of the rope. Because then we can get the info a bit faster. Obviously, you cannot control your solo queue teammates, but what you can control is where you are. You're in a good position. You are in a good position right now, but now we kind of need to help our teammates. They're just kind of lost. Like, our teammates are so fucking lost. Like, I would be... So, one guy dies on flank. Just... you need to help your teammates. Like, we've lost Spike, first of all. Second of all, there's more fights to come. Like, maybe we could have traded that if we, like, updrafted into heaven or some shit. I don't know. You know, just, like, whatever, you know, like... So now we're just taking a walk, even though we need to take the Spike. No, it's fine. It's pretty early into the round, so it's okay to play slower, but the more time we spend now, the more time the enemy can, the more time the enemy has to take space. So sometimes it's just good to move fast if things could go bad. Like also dropping the spike, very bad. Yeah, I'm popping gold for like no real reason. I just these are good fights to take with jet knives, but the enemy isn't gonna entertain it. And also Clove is AFK, so we're buying time. I would just
What the fuck?
We can assume it's 4v5. Just assume it's 4v5. 4v. What the hell was that? Yeah, so it's basically 3v5. Like, Chamber is 1 HP. He's probably not gonna get a kill. He can control mid, but yeah, see. He was 1 HP, so not much we can do. But yeah, 3v5. If you get a plant down,
30 seconds left.
pretty good. But popping jet knives, pretty unfortunate. Considering Clove was AFK.
One enemy remaining.
Could have kept the jet knives, maybe. I
ما
don't know if it's because we didn't realize the Clove was AFK, or if we just didn't think about that, but yeah, like 4v5 round. Again, going gay, like, we have no reason to go gay. Like, also, they're not gonna peek. We really want them to peek, I understand. Wait, they're not close right? They are close right, they are close right, they are close right, they are close right. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's some low elo shenanigans. Like, you'd never see that shit in higher elos, because no one watches TikTok in higher elos, which is just boring, but this is really fun. This is great. Popping swinging their ass. Yeah, I mean the clove smokes are good, but ooh, we're risking it for a biscuit. Okay. Yeah, we don't need to plant. Like, we have over a minute. Like, just plant backside. It's okay. Maybe we were just like overheated, or like maybe we were just like stressed in the moment or something. But
nice one more.
He was like, we have plenty of time. It's okay to...
ما وين بانا نايس
ويل بلاي.
يلعنون الدبات يا اخوان حاسس حالي ليش مصير الافرج عندي انا
Okay, they have
400.
2 ultimates again that can fuck us up. Going A would be suicide if they were to use those ultimates. Going mid is okay. Especially with a Vandal. Okay. Oh,
يلعنكم الصم الحظ يا شيخ.
yeah, I would lurk up.
كلوف سلو بس هياله سيج اكيد.
We kind of have... Yeah, we were at a disadvantage until you did the lurk. And yeah, now we just kind of evened things out. This is great
One enemy remaining.
عاش على عبود يلا.
because they had ults and
كلوف طب ما تيجي.
there's a world where
عندك
they
دروب
fucked
مش
up
هتعرف
the
تيجي.
ults. No, they can't because they're dead.
جو 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 بلانت
I
بلانت.
don't, there's not much to see here, to be honest.
ما حرم ما حرم.
30 seconds.
I'm not sure what's going on, but
تمام.
I mean, also, like, play with your teammates. Like, 3v1, just if you play with one teammate, you most likely win. But being separated like that just gives the enemy opportunities to kill you or your
Danny.
teammates with no trade. Like, a lot of the time is literally just a game of
معلش سامحوني
being right behind your teammates, like one step behind, and just
ممكن نوقف البوش بيه ترى
even if you're a jet, even if you're like an entry player,
ترى يا لعبة.
even then.
انا بقول يا اخي فريمات 400 فجاه تنسى 60
And yeah, like, use the ledge. Please use the ledge.
جوبي 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 يا جوبي
Okay, we can expect someone mid. We can expect the Waylay to be
جوبي
mid.
جوبي.
Oh look, Waylay is mid.
Refreshing.
One more is
Pushing
mid.
B, huh?
In fact,
Secret
there is
side.
another enemy mid, and the Gecko dies to the enemy mid now.
نايس
Or not.
جوبي جوبي
Wow.
جوبي
Do you die to the enemy mid because you're knife out? No. Oh, are we gonna make the
صراحة
same
عجبني
mistake now? Are we gonna make the same mistake?
بلاد ما حد جيكو نايس
We've not made the same mistake. I mean, the enemy wasn't there, so we're lucky. The lurking is
واحدة،
okay,
واحدة.
but we're up numbers, so it's
Oh,
not that
لا.
necessary.
عادي،
Oh,
عادي.
look,
استبدل،
there was an
استبدل،
enemy mid.
استبدل.
The entire time.
يا ساتر.
ابدا خلاص العب تاني
Okay, that enemy
Yes,
clove has a steering wheel. They are playing on a steering wheel. Like, these are the kinds of deaths I am never, like, mad about, because they are just so bizarre to me. Like, the way that clove turns, it's like they have a
عادي،
steering
عادي،
wheel.
استبدل تاني،
It's like they're
استبدل.
using a steering wheel to control
يا ساتر.
their aim. Like, what?
ابدا خلاص العب تاني ينفع
But you probably win if the
Player
Gecko
standing.
or not. Oops.
امشي راح
True. But yeah, not
كنا
really
forward.
the most necessary lurk, just because you already did it a previous round. Maybe the enemy expected, but also you're up numbers, so helping your Gecko there and clearing rope is kind of a bigger threat. But yeah, there was another enemy mid. There was another enemy.
لا يجيب السابع لا يجيب السابع أنا
Why? Because an enemy would not typically
تروحش من الميد التاني.
solo scale mid. It's kind of risky because then they have no
حتى اللي
way.
جابني
They are a
من
waylay,
بلاش
so
تيجي
they
روح
kind of do.
أساساً.
But
خليك معانا
you know,
تصيد.
strength is in numbers. If one enemy is gonna push mid, another enemy probably will too.
Need a drop. Thanks.
Especially now with the new abyss changes, just because reaching rope is a little bit faster from the defender side. Oh. Oh look, they're on top.
شنو فنسا
معاك السبايك انت كلوب ها؟
Ours
مالك
mine.
مالك
Kevin for.
هذا هيفن مايان
Blocking sight.
Yeah, jump top
Flat
side,
now.
top side, not bottom side, top side. Jumping
Wow,
top
from
side
middle.
is like the king of the hill protocol. It's so much easier to get kills from top side onto the guys here, because it's so difficult to like pre-aim it, like depending on how you peek. And also this lets you just, you know, kind of control everything essentially. Like you can You can then like tuck here and look heaven instead. Like in these, amidst these kind of boxes here in this corner, and this lets you watch heaven. If one's flank, you know, you can also just like drop easily and just watch flank instead with a decent view on heaven as well.
واحد هيفن. ويلي هيفن.
It's just like dynamic.
One
enemy remaining.
It shouldn't
Sage
take
ممكن
much
يrevive
thought. You should just be
يعني لو-
aware that like
Mid, mid.
whenever there's like additional angles to worry about, you need to reposition. You can't just, you know, keep your back exposed.
ما عليك فيش دروبات في فوز.
That's just like the theoretical scenario.
mid. Push.
One enemy
In this case, just yeah.
remaining.
just-
سيج ممكن
It's fine.
يrevive يعني لو.
But I think our chances would still be better.
يا اخوان عندي فكرة. سمك ميد توب ما هو عشان ما و2 ام عادي خلي.
Oh, what happened in this round? Let me guess. Oh, they fucked us up. Oh wow. It's exactly what I've been coming this entire time. They have ultimates, they're gonna use them. Now, the number one time when we can expect the enemy to use ultimates 100% of the time, with no exceptions, is on the final round of the half. Because most players above Iron know that they lose their abilities if the round passes, right? They lose their ultimates. So what will most players do? Even those who are the worst procrastinators are going to use their ultimates in the final round of the half. That is a guaranteed case. Guaranteed. So going A again when they have Waylay ultimate, when they have Gecko ultimate, literally let's no, she has a shotgun. Why does she have a shotgun? She fucks us up way harder if she has something like a, I don't know, Judge, Phantom Vandal, whatever. That kind of shit will fuck you up
Down,
so much
attacker
more.
spawn. Yeah, just like we just need to apply the scum protocol essentially. Like, you can see at the top who's got, like, you don't have to look at the minimap. You don't need to look at the scoreboard even for this. Like, you can see which ultimates the enemy has active and which ultimates the enemy has available to them just at the top, and including your teammates as well. So like, this is one way to
You
just
will not kill my
One bullet,
ally.
reload.
make some better decisions as to where to go.
ما يسمع.
What?
يلا اديله يلا.
Oh, they are farming.
وسيس. خلينا معلش.
Are we gonna push
Call
up
for
mid?
smoke.
What are we doing?
Smoke ولا؟
Oh, why are we going B when they're A?
سموكا.
يلا.
It's unlikely.
خليكم بي.
واحد يفضل في بي انا هاجي من
Very unlikely to be a fake. You have no reason to
ما يصير
believe
يخش
it's
السايد.
gonna be a fake.
بس لسه ما دخلوش يعني. اوكي هم
might be
بيخافوا
fake
على
now.
فكرة.
Could be a fake now just because the enemy has not yet pushed out. And also, there's no need for you to be on the A side anymore, but there might be a need for you to be mid. Because now, if the enemy can just walk behind you. At this moment, like, the enemy can literally walk behind you and shoot you in the back. So now you have to make a decision. Do you sit somewhere on site, hidden, waiting for an enemy to plant? Or do you push up and take some space and get some early kills, maybe throwing the enemy off guard? Or do you try and address the threat of mid now? Because we're a bit late, so we need to do something.
I'll rotate mid down. I'll go
We're gonna
mid.
hide. Are we gonna hide? We're not really hiding. We're out in the open. Okay. We know they're mid. They could be through. We could be dying just about now, I think. Because we're really not watching mid. Wow, we're really not careful.
Help him.
Healer
Nice,
down.
one more.
Nice
Don't get
shots.
standing.
I don't know why I'm skipping. Like, I know I'm gonna have to skip back.
Last player standing.
Ooh.
قتل قتل.
Okay, so when you're sitting in smoked, I think you had enough time to walk into that spot. Let's see.
Healer
Nice,
down.
one more. Go and get, go and get.
But yeah, you had lots of time. So don't stand in the smoke where the enemy will naturally be looking towards you. Instead, sit in the smoke where the enemy is least likely to be looking as they enter the smoke. So if we take brimstone smoke, maybe. Oh, I don't like how it's visible here. Let me. So we'll just use this as an example here. If your Omen smokes like this, what is the best way to sit in the smoke? Not here. It's not just like roughly in the middle of the smoke. That's not the best spot. The best spot is to be just as much to the left or as much to the right as possible. Because if you crouch here on the very side of the smoke, the enemy is most likely to just walk past you. And they're not going to see you. If they walk through the middle of the smoke, they're still kind of unlikely to see you. If they walk through this side of the smoke, which isn't as likely in this case, they will probably walk into you. They will probably see you if they walk past you. But if they walk into you, what's going to happen is you're going to see them, but they're going to be stuck with their vision inside of the smoke. And if you're crouched, you're also going to be ducking their bullets if they do fire away blindly once they realize that, oh, they're walking into an enemy, right? That's sitting inside the smoke. So this is what you could have done here. You could have easily just crouched kind of on the edge of the smoke, which you were like literally one step away from.
Standing.
And that would have been enough to most likely get the kill. Get the kill on that.
Nice one.
Obviously, this shit happens really quickly, but you know, over time, as you learn to kind of react to the smokes the enemy may be throwing down more spontaneously, you will be able to kind of, over time, you know, consciously thinking about it, you will be able to eventually just react to it without any like struggle.
30 seconds left.
I'm smoke probably. Or going to be.
مش عاوزين يقتلوني.
هم بيتمسخروا علينا.
It will be way more natural to you,
عليا.
you know, just
عليا.
with time, you know.
حبيبي ربنا يخليك.
Yeah.
But that is kind of the number one kind of win condition kind of in that scenario where you really can't just stand in the middle of the smoke.
عادي.
Even if you don't expect the enemy to push it, because
بسوي له بالسموك.
that's exactly what the enemy wants, right? They want you to not expect them.
في اليمين اذا بشوف يكون واحد مد بعدها بيلحقوهم واحد المد دور بيروحوا.
As Jet, we don't need to we can very easily just position anywhere topside. This entire area is our playground. Why not use it? Like, we kind of be anywhere here for a great advantage, but instead we're kind of... So the enemy hasn't really been faking. They've been going mid a lot. They've been split pushing. I'll just go mid or I would push up. Go mid
حد يبقى
or
يمد
push up.
يعني.
Go mid or push up. Sitting back sides, it's not the best because you're not doing much. There's no need to pop dash here. Like again, like it's the same mistake as from the split VOD. Yeah, from the split VOD. It's the same as mistake as from the split VOD. We have cover here, which cannot get wallbanged.
دخل السايد.
Like, are we popping dash to rotate faster? Well, we should already be on the A side.
دخل السايد هيخش السايد.
Like, the enemy doesn't really care.
نايس هي ايامك شباب.
They said rotating, my bad.
ايوه كثير
I mean, it doesn't
One enemy
matter.
remaining.
Like whatever your
Okay,
teammates
what's
say, it
your
doesn't
line?
matter because even if you have them all muted, you should still be rotating. The enemy
لا شمال يا شمال يب.
has not shown signs that they.
يتريق على ايم يا حبيبي.
If the enemy doesn't fake, what can you expect?
شبك ليام
the enemy commits suicide. So- If the enemy doesn't hit, if the enemy isn't hitting B, but they're hitting A, and they're not committing, and they are committing to A more often than not, then you know just rotate.
بونص يا هذا بونص.
Like there's no need
ما
to like,
يقصد
hesitate,
ما شرط اللي بده مني
with rotations.
كيكو يضايق رايت.
Like it's way better to do like a way too fast rotate than like no rotate whatsoever. Because if you do a way too fast rotate, there's either two possibilities. You either have a godly timing to support your teammates on the bomb site, or you very clearly realize that you've over rotated and the enemies now have the B site. So either way, in my eyes, it's a win-win because now you learn some lessons as to when to not to
حد
rotate.
يعرف يكفرني ويندو؟
And if you know when not
أنا
to
بمسك
rotate,
الميك في العادة.
it's not going to happen again, and you're still going to be, you know, capturing the godly timings when you're already on the A site with the rest of your teammates, ready to intercept the enemies that
جيت
are
ويندو اوكي.
overcommitting, or you know, stubborn, who don't necessarily fake.
سمعت؟ ولا
Like, they're just doing the same stuff, so yeah, just. Okay, this time we're rotating mid, which is
واحد
good.
هنا
You
خبي.
should expect them. You should expect them close, just about now. Just about now, someone should be
ديفولت
with you.
بس هذا خليك
في ساوندز عندي فين؟
ممكن يروح
Like these kinds of anticipations you need to have in your head. Yeah, our anchoring has paid off once, just because it is the kind of round where
What's
like, it's
wisdom?
kind of weird
Careful.
for the enemy to keep doing the same thing.
واتش بده انه يعني كيرفل مش انه
They took orb,
You can go
doesn't
for
change
it.
much. They still don't have ultimates, so them taking orb might be a sign that they're not committing. That maybe they are just
ممكن ما يسمع.
Going back.
Go for it, yeah. انا بمسك
like if you see no one at this point, like just go mid. Like mid is now a threat again. We're now yet again, we need to address the mid now, or we need to avoid it. We're kind of fucked. We're likely to die in like 2-3 seconds.
والله اني سويت جنبيك صح هون قاعد
30 seconds left.
Okay.
بسمك
Really interesting what the enemy's doing.
Stay down.
Last player standing.
Really interesting, but yeah, like, we just need to be a bit faster on our toes. Even if the enemy got B there, like another thing to keep in mind is if you do over rotate and you end up with all your teammates, well, that's also not necessarily a bad thing. Being with all your teammates, well, that just means you all got each other's backs, and it's just, you know, if you stay as a group, you probably win, even if you're like, very late to the B sites. So over rotating often works out, even if it's not like ideal. Even if it's like a mistake. Peeking with ADS is worse because it's slower.
Dropping smokes.
Oh, now we need to stay alive. Smoke yourself, smoke yourself, smoke yourself, smoke yourself, smoke yourself.
Spike down B.
Where's the clove? Wait, am I blind? Where's the clove? Where's the enemy clove? Am I blind? Did they die? What? How did they die?
من جيكو.
Oh wow. Your teammate saved you.
Spike down B.
Your teammate, I don't know if they saved you, but
One enemy remaining.
okay, that's fine. Yeah, the enemy's just bad. Okay. I mean, you didn't do much, but okay. Yeah, so what I'd like to see you doing is like same thing as before. Just make use of this elevated area. Like you can even like make use of this elevated area here, and as Jet, you can even get here. So like all these areas are great. Like this is all fine. Like just make use of something, you know.
They are
and then after you're on the elevated area and you get a kill from it,
Need a drop.
drop back down, you know, play around the cover, then it's kind of chill. Still not a bad round by any means. Oh, we're not making use of the elevation. Okay, I thought we were gonna
Mid, all mid.
glide on it. Rotating mid.
One more.
Enemy spotted.
Stage again.
So again, we're using dash when we already have cover behind us. Just go wide. Just dude, it's basically a teleportable.
One more.
Why aren't you doing with the chamber?
Spike down mid.
We have a spike.
Yup.
Like with dash, you can literally just
بس make sure it's
do anything you want. Like just
that's
overextend. You can dash away.
1v.
Blocking sight.
ارجع في سموك وراك ارجع.
Yeah, but you see, so it's kind of like it's kind of like learning the piano. If you avoid certain songs that seem difficult, or that from your experience are like difficult, and you avoid them, that's not good, because it means you will never get good at playing those songs. It's way better to embrace those songs and actually specifically target the songs that you find most difficult to learn, instead of avoiding them. Your abilities are volatile. What that means is that like what you can do constantly changes depending on what it is that you're doing. So if you're not good with long range elevated angles, that's just all the more reason to abuse, or to attempt to abuse long range elevated angles. And you can always get something like a Marshal, Outlaw, Guardian, just to make those angles a little bit easier, because with an Outlaw it's 2 body shots max. With a Marshal, body shot could often be enough, if the enemy doesn't have shields. Yeah, like it really depends, but yeah.
ماسك اب معلك.
Guardian is very accurate, so
One
with the
enemy
Guardian,
remaining.
long range angles are generally pretty comfortable, because less
امسك وراك جد، انا ماسك.
bullet RNG.
Flawless.
For example, a big issue I had in my gameplay as Sova was on attack. When I went to like drone the early angles from my team up in the nest here, I would after droning, I would swing with like a Vandal, or like a Vandal, or like some other weapon. But realistically, it's not good, because the Vandal for like these very long range fights is just so difficult. Like the shots don't go straight, the bullets do not go straight with a Vandal. So nor a Phantom, the Phantom is a little bit better, but it's not good for long range. So what I would do is I would specifically buy a Guardian just for these fights on the enemy. Specifically for these fights. Like nothing else. And yeah, like that's it's valid. It's valid because the B side in general is very like medium to long range. So a Guardian is fine. You can make it work.
بس مخسرين هيلث من
Or an Outlaw.
فلاش قلت انت ورجع لا تموت بس.
Okay, they have Gecko ult. We can expect them to just commit.
ارجع.
Like we should be starting like in either in the elevated angle or towards mid, because yeah, they have ultimate. They're way more likely to commit with the ultimate, creating space for them. There's no need for the enemy to kind of play as if they're not going to take sight, when they literally have something that will help them take sight, So like I'm totally like, when I see that the enemy has the Gecko ultimate, I'm just gonna start like mid, you know, like if I'm not sure which sides they're gonna hit, right? This way, you know, you rotate the fastest to either sides. You're gonna be in heaven very quickly, like 10 seconds. Or, you know, 12 or 10 seconds.
38.
So it's very easy to intercept the enemy that way.
One enemy remains.
Again, like imagine if you were because you could have died there, like very likely, like abusing the ledge and jumping on the ledge. It might save you
Please,
way
please.
more often than you think.
باك سايد يلا.
طيب ازازني
With them.
ازازني ستيك ها
Nice smoke. Nice smoke.
Last player standing.
Just chill.
معلش ازعج.
ستيك ها طيب ازازني
So what you can do here is
باك سايد
you can actually bait your teammate. So how can you bait your clove? Well, if you see them,
طيب ازازني
you can literally smoke your clove off and stay like main or okay, this is just kind of wacky. But yeah, you can totally just play off the clove, like depending on where you hear the enemy Reyna running to. If you can't hear them running heaven, you know, obviously you can maybe take heaven and get ready to peek off the clove, because no matter what, the enemy Reyna has to be looking away from you in that case. I mean, it doesn't really matter where you position exactly, but whilst the clove is sticking, you could like smoke for them, you can smoke them or some shit. And no matter where you are, the enemy Reyna still dies to you. Like, if they try killing your clove here, you can swing and kill the Reyna as they're looking away from you. If the enemy Reyna tries to kill your clove from here, they have to swing out quite wide. Like, they have to swing out quite wide to see them. And again, you can swing out and kill the Reyna as she's looking at your teammate. Same as for if you're like B main. Just, you know, smoke your teammate. If the enemy Reyna is here, you know, you can swing and kill them as they're looking away from you towards your teammate. Or if you see that the enemy Reyna is trying to swing here, again, you know, you can swing and kill them whilst they're looking away from you. That's just like two possibilities. What you did here is a little bit difficult
باك سايد يلا.
طيب ازازني
you don't have the headphones to know for sure where she is. I don't think. Yeah, like you're not sure where she is. So it's not that good. She probably isn't wrapping you from far away, so you should have been cross replacing here in the first place. But yeah, it's just like there's no need for that. Like, no need. And also, you have updraft, you have smokes. Like, you could have just gone heaven if you could hear her not being heaven. But yeah, I highly recommend better headphones. I don't know if this is like a headphones issue.
وين غريب يا اخي ما يلعب
I personally kind of hear a lot on my headphones, or like IEMs are also pretty good for gaming supposedly, which may be also worth looking into.
Call for smokes.
But yeah, this is the same mistake as on Split in a way, where you're not diversifying much as Jet. You have all these escape abilities, but you're always popping your dash close to cover. It's kind of bad. It's just a wasted dash. Like, you can do the exact same thing without your dash.
No one.
تايم.
Okay, we're finally taking some space. Now, the ability usage was questionable, but we took some space. But yeah, we don't know how to play that. So when you push, just make sure you clear heaven from here, which you can see from here. And this is fine. This is enough. This is more than enough. They're probably not here. They are probably not here. Unlikely. to say the least. They've probably pushed up into this area long ago.
Like I never
And this is again just like a
سبايك عندي على
typical
فكرة.
timing,
تمام بس كنت مد.
just because of how much time the enemy has.
اضرب اضرب يا
Focus your duo.
نايس.
Yeah, I'm not really
Someone
paying
took
attention to the
someone took
comms
men.
just because I'm tired and I think it's a different language at times.
ريلود تايم.
خلينا كيرمد عشان هم غالبا هيروتيتوا.
يب راح مد جو مد كوكي جو مد اخذ سبايك.
Ah, yeah, okay.
حاسه يجوا هنا تاني مش عارف.
30
Didn't
seconds
I,
left.
هولد مين تو هيرن راحوا ترى سمعت صوت راحوا.
wasn't that a while ago? When I heard the disconnect? So are you like far back on the stream? Maybe you are.
روح انت روح انت خد الفاندا
ترست
خد الفاندا
ترست راحوا. يب.
That might be a late.
I can't smoke man.
Spike
I think I can
planted.
smoke man. يا رب اني يرسل man. I can't.
Why am I watching
Wow.
this? I'm so tired at this point.
Diffuser.
There.
You're not even alive. Fuck. Yeah, I'm so tired. Everyone's got ults. Everyone's got ults. They're gonna commit again. If you don't know where they're gonna go, start mid. They're gonna commit. They're gonna commit. They're gonna commit. Oh look. Oh wow.
هو كيف ماشي؟ اعتقد الدمج يعني مش عارف.
Okay.
ممكن.
They're probably gonna commit
Spike
B.
down. Attacker
If
spike.
they take the spike. They need to address the spike issue. The enemy needs to go.
يا جماعة
take spike.
يرجعوا بالله
You're holding
عليكم.
nothing.
ميد في ميد.
وين
They're going to
مد
take spike. Or they're trying to take spike.
وين استلم ده؟
They're not gonna be here.
Yep.
Okay, and they
Okay,
took
okay,
spike,
okay,
so
okay.
now they're gonna go B.
Nice.
Most likely.
وين استل سبون.
سبايك سبون. انا وان شوت.
And you should
ارجع
keep
ارجع
holding
خلاص.
the angle.
ارجع.
You
واحد
you also have a
glove.
chamber
Well,
trap.
also
Keep that in
with
mind.
glove.
So
انا
you don't necessarily need to
لا ليه سموك دي؟
هسه عشان ما يعرفش يطلع بس. خليه ينزل تحت.
be holding it. You
أنا
can
ما
be
اسمع
ready
اسمه
to
طبعاً.
just intercept by going to where your chamber is currently. Toward mid.
one him. Nice. One more.
30 seconds left.
mid. يب هنا. مع جارديان ها.
Double up. Crazy.
جارديان هنا.
بلانتنج
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
هتجيبه يلا هتجيبه.
wait.
You have Gecko ult.
عقب بالك.
Okay.
لا في مصري.
We need to win this round. This game needs to be
I can
won
buy you.
because
اروح انا بيه طب ولا اروح ايه؟
خليك زي ما
we've
في الروند
got such
الماضي.
economy. We've
لا
got
لا ما هيعرفوا
such
مكاني خلينا انا بيه.
like Gecko on retake
خلاص
should be
ماشي.
insane.
جيكو.
خليك
أكبر.
I feel like Waylay ult is a bit
جيكو العب هنا جيكو.
without some
بسرعة
planning,
بسرعة
so
بسرعة بسرعة أي.
I'm not really too worried about the Waylay ult on defense.
Smoking.
Wow,
بلاي
your rain is crazy.
عزت. راحت.
جو فاكينج ايز.
Get your ass يلا. عزت.
Chamber baited a
Get.
bit. That's fine. So we're
لا
taking
بكيرفول
space. That's
بكيرفول.
nice.
Don't be me.
زي ما احنا
They're
احنا
not gonna
تشير
come from
حبيبي.
that
يب
angle. They're not gonna come from that angle. They're gonna come from rope.
عندنا
Or from
تو
behind you.
مشكلة.
Probably
عادي
not.
عادي
This
زي ما
has
انت
it, but
جبت ما يقدر يجيب واحد ان شاء الله.
would be a crazy timing.
No,
No, please, dude, just hold the rope.
بوت. بعرفش
Hold
ألعب
the
بالله.
rope.
I'll smoke with them.
Remaining.
Holy shit يا الأرض.
outrun me.
Wow, they're like
But I-
bots. The way they just aligned.
بعدين بقى وخليكوا
شو المسخرة.
But yeah, like taking space like that is great. Like I can't remember who I reviewed last time, but not last time, but the time before the last time. But there was like a guy who just didn't really do much. Like he just sat on B sides, not doing much. But like pushing up like that is great. You're doing better than this kind of decision. At least it's better than what I've seen one of the Ascendant 3 people make who I reviewed, where they just would never push Ascendant 3 player in like low Immortal lobby. They would just never push. They would just sit on B side, doing nothing.
I can
and,
smoke.
like,
Do you want smoke? Go. Going B, going
okay,
B.
now we know they're going B. Like, we're looking at the minimap and we know they're going B.
My bad. Hold on, the bus.
Unlucky. Unlucky time.
Let's smoke in them.
يقربوا
I
يخشوا
think run mid. I think run mid.
Oh shit. They should have destroyed it for you, but it's fine.
Enemy kill.
Nice.
Yeah, popping gold is fine. We just need to secure.
Allah يلعن ابو لوب. God damn it.
Let's not overextend, maybe.
ببش ببش.
Let's not overextend, maybe.
You will not kill my allies.
Nice.
Spike down
بيلك
mid.
هذا يلا
Enemy
That's fine.
remaining.
روح.
جيز
ايوه يلا جديد.
Defender
Yeah, that's a good game. That's a good ass game. Is there anything I wanna? No, it's like yeah, just simple. Oh yeah, so attack, just simple decisions, like simple plans. Don't just do, don't do like the most expected shit. Like just, make a plan. Especially, in terms of like enemy ultimates and your team's ultimates, and yeah, for example, if you have a Gecko with Gecko ultimate, hitting the A site is not too bad on attack. If you have Clove ultimate, hitting either sites is fine. Just communicate to your Clove, yo Clove, you have ultimate, can you entry for us? And then you follow behind the Clove, and everything is fine and dandy. Yeah, you could be, kind of doing this kind of entry here where instead of like staying on the ground, because like a lot of the time I just see that you're not really using this elevation, but like you can do this. You can ask your Clove for a smoke as well, or your Omen, or whoever the fuck you have. This smoke is fine too. Just updraft the dash here. Pretty simple, and then you can just play around this and take any fights onto on the bump side if needed. And yeah, your Clove can entry, and then you just have the bump site. And after you have the bump site, you can, like either play, and this is great, but another alternative is you hold the Clove smoke instead of running through the Clove smoke like headless chicken. Just hold it, and then once it goes down, once the Clove smoke goes down, then clear your stuff, clear your angles, and then do it, unless you have a specific read that there isn't going to be an enemy near the smoke, but often there will be. So and also you don't need to push up here. Another thing is you don't need to push up here, because you're just walking into like an area of the map which you can't retreat from if you get peeked at any moment in time. So like if you get peeked here, you can't really fall back. If you get peeked from here as well, you can't really fall back as easily. So this here is fine. This gives you a nice angle, very nice angle onto, like, it's hard to show it really, but there is like an angle here that you can use, and it's very nice. Very nice. You hit that and you can just fall back instantly, and you have an advantage. You probably win the round. Nice and easy. I don't really know. You could review the whole rank. It doesn't have to be heavy mistake fixing. It's not heavy mistake fixing, because whether you fix your mistakes or not is up to you, not me. Telling me about any improvements I have made. Any improvements? Nothing noticeable. Like there's some improvements in the deathmatch. But obviously it's like that kind of stuff. It goes a long way. You don't necessarily see immediate results from slightly different deathmatching decisions. The main improvement, I think, is you stop 5 stacking. Try different things. That's it. I think it's not really complicated. I'm still kind of puzzled as to why your win rate is that low. But I would probably pin it on the fact that, yeah, you're kind of 5 stacking, kind of triple stacking. Still, it doesn't seem to be that major, that common compared to how often you solo queue. Oh my god, I'm so fucking tired. Why am I so tired? It's very early, like very fucking early. I'm usually not feeling this tired at this hour. Yeah, like 4 matches of 5 stacks. Like, that's not that much. Trios, a little bit more, but in general, solo and duo is... A duo queue should be working a bit more often, but depends who you queue with, I guess. So yeah, I would be also emotional. Why is my ult logged in? Why am I logged in on my ult? Oh, add profile. Ah, okay. I see. I'll fix that later, because I don't know what my YouTube channel ID is.
Need a drop.
If not, if it's sensitive info or not. Oops. I'm just gonna see this round again.
Our spikes down.
Yeah, chamber trip is shit.
Spike down B.
Yeah, like, yeah. Kill this guy, we push up. Overextend. No, it does not count. Fuck, I'm so tired. Fuck. I'm so tired. I am so tired. I am so tired.
78,
I'm way too tired. Okay, okay, so I didn't think I'd have to do this, but I think I need to treat VOD reviews like I treat my ranked games, where I can only do them when I'm at 100. I can only VOD review or play when I'm at 100%, because this is not it. This is not it. Fuck. This is not it. Like, give me Discord. This is not it. I'm way too tired. Okay. Yeah, but no, summary.